Hi, my name is Anna Mekeel, and in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to pull a buyer hot sheet through your local MLS. Now, if you're not familiar with a buyer hot sheet, essentially it's a curated list of really hot properties or really great deals that the system automatically pulls together, and based on how you build this list, is immediately sent to someone in your database that might be interested in investing in real estate. Now, oftentimes, buyer hot sheets are a really great way to create investors in the market rather than waiting for established investors to come work with you. So, for example, as a real estate professional, it should be our duty to give people the most information and the most up to date opportunity and education on how to invest in real estate to change their financial future and build a financial legacy that can be passed down generation to generation. And a buyer hot sheet is a really great way to do that. So, without further ado, let's jump in. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Once you've logged into the local MLS, go ahead and click the Matrix button. In the top ribbon, hover over Search and click Residential. Make sure the box is checked next to Active in the Status section over on the left. And under City, this is where you're going to select the geographic areas that your buyers or investors are looking in. If they were looking at particular zips, you could use the zip code search function, but for sake of this example, we're going to use the city and select Denver. Then I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. In the additional fields, if you don't already have PSF finished and PSF above grade, we're going to add those additional fields by clicking the add or the add remove button, whichever you see. I'm going to show you how simple this is. Over on the left-hand side under the available fields, they have a ton of options and they're all organized alphabetically. In order to build my buyer hot sheet, I want to include price per square foot finished. So I'm going to scroll down the list to the P's and locate price per square foot finished. I'm going to click on it and then click the add button. I also want to include price per square foot above grade. I'm going to click that and also then click the add button one more time. Once those additional fields have been moved from the left column to the right column, I'm simply going to click the back button. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page and start organizing a range of price per square foot above grade. And I'll explain in just 1 minute. But if you're working with a particular buyer or investor that has additional search criteria that you need to take into consideration, like they're only looking for single family homes or they're only looking for condos or townhomes, this is the page where you're going to continue to adjust those search results and really tailor them to that particular client. You can also adjust if they have a minimum or maximum of bedrooms or baths or square feet. All of those options should be selected here. Then at the bottom, we're going to, like I mentioned, organize it by range price per square foot above grade. And the reason why, you can definitely build it off of price per square foot finished. Specifically, maybe if someone was looking for a home with a basement, the reason oftentimes price per square foot above grade is more controlled and accurate is because anything below grade that's considered finished, there's just a variety of answers and definitions of what it means to be finished. So it can create a lot of variety in the search results. To be conservative and to make sure that you're kind of controlling the price per square foot, always use the price per square foot above. So I'm going to start with a range of 0 to 100 to see how many matches I get. As you can see, one match, that's not quite a list. So I'm going to increase this range to 200. And it looks like we have about 24 matches. Often, again, if I had changed the structure type and this particular investor was only interested in single family homes or high rises, this match count would continue to sort of get narrowed down. Ideally, we're looking for a list of anywhere between 5 and 10. But let's go ahead and click on these matches just so that we can learn a little bit more about these properties. Once the list populates, I like to sort by price, lowest to highest. And let's just take a look for fun at one of these properties, 1300 South Parker Road, Unit 313. On the market for 74 days, holding strong with the original list price, and the photos definitely validate the fact that this could be a really great investment opportunity for someone. So you can kind of spot check this list, make sure that it's a good list for your buyer that's custom to what they're looking for. Once you've kind of done that spot check, just click the button on top of all of the properties over here on the left and get them all highlighted green. This is also the opportunity to remove any outliers if there are any that you would like to exclude from the list. Once this is final, click the Save button and select New Auto Email. Now, if you have your contacts preloaded in the back end of your MLS, they will populate here and you can select that client directly from this dropdown. If it's someone new or you don't have their contact information in the MLS, you'll just want to add it here. So we're going to add Thomas James. Email address is, for sake of the example, you'd want to use your real estate email address, and then customize the salutation. I like to be warm and friendly, so I'm going to adjust to Hi Thomas, but certainly this is your preference. Once you have that information, you can continue to build out this personal information or simply click Save. From here, we'll want to make sure that we check the box next to BCC me on all of these emails. And there's two reasons. Number one, you should always have eyes on anything you send a client. If there's ever the perfect property that meets the perfect buyer, you want to be the first one to reach out about that and share the excitement of this potential opportunity. The second thing is this list is going to change based on the market. As the market flexes, this list might dwindle to only 2 or 3 results, not providing a ton of value to your client. If you're BCC'd on this, you can immediately be notified, go into the back end of these search results, modify them potentially, or at least have a conversation with your client about how we can maybe open it up to additional areas or or an increased price per square foot. Conversely, and on the other side, if this list becomes spammy or overwhelming with like 50 or 75 opportunities, again, it just might not land very well. It might not feel custom enough to them. So definitely BCC yourself on that, and then update the subject area of the message. Now you can say Thomas's custom investment property list. You can use the sample subject here, whatever it's going to make that client's ears perk up and those eyes kind of light up when they see it in their inbox. Also, take a moment to update the welcome email and the reoccurring email to sound like you, to sound like it's personally coming from you, like you're doing something for them, like you have their back. We want this to feel as friendly, as communicative, and as nice as possible, like you are there for them and anything they need. So it might take a few extra moments. It's 100% worth it. Now down here, you have the option to include this buyer's contact information in the reverse prospecting results. So again, a listing agent might have a property that would be a perfect fit for a buyer. Your buyer's information would then populate into the reverse prospecting results. Again, perfect property, perfect buyer situation. It could potentially be real estate marriage. But certainly your choice, it's your business. Decide on whether that's something you want to do. And then in the schedule, go ahead and click daily and then unselect every day you don't want this email going out. The recommendation is that this email go out on Thursdays because that's often when we see the most amount of properties hit the market. So it coincides with sort of the natural flow of, listings coming on the market. Once you've done confirmation, everything looks good, you like the way the message sounds, you've updated your welcome and reoccurring email, you're going to go ahead and select the save. And once you've done that, congratulations, you've built your first buyer hot sheet.